Thank you, Twister, for the host, by the way. Appreciate it.
What a joke.
Locked up, like most people these days. Yeah, welcome to the club. That is Marissa, not me. I still haven't had the chance.
Man, every industry is failing except for Twitch, which I'm sure is thriving now.
Oh, yeah, it's doing great. You can tell the operator robot that streams the class to you, and you can say, yeah, I know, right, MJ Evans? I've been considering it, because, yeah, kids are monsters. Like,
Wow.
okay, just
finding this out.
in terms of, like, germs, though, like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't come up very often until, like, this happens, right? But, like, one big note of it was, like, I was teaching a class very late today. Like, the class finished at, like, 5:15 today. And there was an event going on in the museum for, like, some, like, networking, business folk event. And, like, they had big signs up of, like, we're practicing social distancing here, try not to shake people's hands and all that. And they're like, people are talking to each other about it. And then meanwhile, I've got like 12 fourth graders who are just like punching each other and like pulling each other, wrestling each other to the ground. And like, it's like, ugh. Eating like flaming hot Cheetos and like licking their fingers.
Oh, shit.
One kid, I know I should play this game at some point. One fucking
Drag
kid.
him.
So we have a plasma ball, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like those like Tesla coil things that like glow like blue and pink and all that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Like, let me get a picture up here so we can see this real quick. Just so we can visualize what I'm talking about here, right? So at the museum that I teach, we have a class that we teach very frequently, right? Involving energy. Yep, yeah. But let me set it up.
You called it too early.
So like we teach this particular this class about energy transfer and like how energy can move from place to place and convert from type to type and all that jazz, right? And so at the end of this like 25-minute like experience that kids can do, we have them get excited about it and like they get a chance to like touch a plasma ball because it's super fun. And like plasma balls, by the way, are some of the coolest things in the gosh darn world. I love them. I love them to death because they're like the closest thing you get to like that mad science business that you can get for like $30 at a Hot Topic, right? Like it's a cool thing, right? I'm just gonna upload it to Discord real quick, right? So yeah, the trick is that that is actually our plasma ball gets a lot of work. I'm talking a lot of work, okay? So much
touching.
Yeah. So much so that like in the city of Milwaukee, right? There's a school district called MPS, Milwaukee Public Schools. And it is like one of the largest school systems in the country. We actually teach every single fourth grader in the city of Milwaukee.
Jesus.
Oh, Marissa, it's raining.
Oh no.
We teach all these kiddos, right? All the fourth graders in the city of Milwaukee. There's one class that ends in the plasma ball, and always at the end of the class, the kids all touch the plasma ball, which is this, by the way. This is a plasma ball right here, in case you're wondering, right? We don't wash the plasma ball.
Oh no.
And some piece of shit kid comes up and licks the plasma ball. Don't even worry about coronavirus. He has 15 different diseases now.
Oh no.
Jesus.
But if he doesn't get sick, then he's immune to everything.
It's either he gets superpowers or he's dead tomorrow. There's only two routes that this can go. We don't sanitize it as often as we should, I should say. Like, because what happens is, number one, people are nervous about a plasma ball, right? Like, what if you clean it in the wrong way and you ruin the glass, if the glass breaks or something like that, right? But number two, like, people will typically take it and like put it in a box and then they'll wipe down all the surfaces in the room, but not think about the plasma ball, if that makes sense. And so, yeah. Like, of all the things in that room, it'd probably be healthier to lick the floor, if I had to guess.
Yeah,
Yikes.
The floor gets clean more.
Really?
The floor?
Our janitors aren't that good.
Oh no, the floor? That's so basic.
I know. Every day I'll go in, I'll find new trash on the floor that they just haven't cleaned up. I ain't changing the weather. Rain is rain. Still reminds me of a kid who once took one of our Lego robots and like had like we have these like Lego robots that we use for teaching, right? And they have no, you this dang chicken tried to leave. I almost died.
You can't leave.
You're not allowed to leave. Yeah, we have these Lego robots and they have these rubber tires that are attached to them, right? And these rubber tires, you know, they spin around and they drive around the floor and the walls and the ceiling and like whatever, right? Kid turns on the Lego robot so the wheels are spinning and then just puts the wheel on his tongue and just lets it run for a bit. And I'm like, no! Why?
What are you doing?
And like had this grimace on his face like it didn't taste good. But he kept going for a little bit longer. Like, I don't know, to double check. Like, fuck you, what? Kids are terrifying. I don't like them. I like teaching. And I like getting kids excited about it. Or about the stuff that we talk about. But man, I do not like kids.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. I'm sorry, Marissa.
I could only love my own child.
I can love kids from a distance. I can. You know what? I'm gonna be the best fucking uncle ever. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. We're gonna be the best uncle and aunt.
Cool aunt and uncle.
Right? I think so.
Absolutely.
We are gonna nail that. But I hate kids.
We're gonna be the cool aunt and uncle that like have all this money because their aunt's a software developer and their uncle's there too.
Should you rethink about becoming a teacher since you're taking teacher ed? Oh no.
Wait, what?
Crystal Rose is wondering they should rethink. No. It's great. Kids are fun to teach, all right?
We need more teachers.
We do. Marissa was a teacher. She's not one anymore.
So you need to be a teacher.
No, it's good. It's great. You should do it. Just, you know, like make sure you get a lot of student teaching in there and understand. Oh, that's the sound of the s'mores.
Okay. You
Yeah.
are on.
What? I'm doing the roof.
I'm just kidding. Give it all back. I don't trust you with the roof. It was just a joke. Please don't do
I'll drop it in. You hold on. You go get the thing. I'll drop it. I don't want the diorite. I'm gonna give it to you. Don't worry. I know you have a vision, so that's why I'm gonna give you the diorite back. It's okay. Like Knuckles and Rouge in a cute way. Oh, well, thank you. I think. Of course you're Rouge, Marissa. What do you think I'm Rouge? I don't got the hips to pull that off. Excuse me. Yeah, more Minecraft, right? No, and again, I work with kids every day of my working life, and I enjoy them, right? I enjoy working with kids, but like, I'm so glad that I get to say goodbye to the kids after about like an hour or two, typically, because like that's the level I want to interact with them, and then that is where I want to stop. It generally is how that works. Anyway, how's everybody's Thursday? Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope all is well. I had a very, very long day. Marissa had a very long day too, of what she'll explain when she comes back. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff actually going on in her world. Oh, you dang little chick. You can't get away. That's when I decide to kill my chicken supply, is when they try to escape. Biological daughter has become like those kids you mentioned. They will. She will. They all do. They all do. The blonde Barbie girl mentioned that they're hoping that their 6-month daughter won't become like the kid licking the plasma ball. And I was like, that. It's already happening. Has your daughter like tried to find anything and immediately throw it into her mouth? mean, 6 months, you don't have a lot of ambulatory skill, but like, you know, it's nice. What's that? Delinquents? What was it? Ambulatory, yeah. Used to describe whether or not a person or a baby is still like doing stuff or not. No, ambulatory is just a word that describes like movement. What? I like using big words. Sometimes wrong, incorrectly. But I like using them because it makes me feel smart. It's raining where you're from? Same, apparently. It's also raining outside, which that wasn't fun. Only when I was trying to get in my car from the mac and cheese place that I picked up mac and cheese. Yeah? What'd you mess up, my dear? It's fine. What? How many pieces do you have total? I'm not gonna eat half of it right now. We should both have 2, Marissa, so we both have at least 1 to wait for. Yeah, adults that also need to keep living on this planet, Marissa. Give 2 to each of us, please. So we got this like s'mores casserole from Papa Murphy's for my mom because she like bought us some Papa Murphy's. There are 6, or she cut it in 6 pieces, and then she's like, "You want 3 of them?" Like it's a casserole. You don't need this. Yeah, and you're right. Ambulatory does specifically describe walking, so shows what I fucking know. Which I'm just to be clear, is not a lot. I don't know a lot. I pretend to. What? Oh boy, more mush, apparently. We're not good at this whole cooking thing, it seems. We'll get there someday, I'm sure. Mainly is reference to walking by here, ambulatory, and general movement. Yeah. Same, which is why I kind of played it out there, but yeah, I understand why it's not entirely correct. Oh boy. Today, well, it wasn't a great day for me, I gotta admit, though. Like, I taught a lot of 7th graders today in addition to the young ones, and like, they're just jerks. They were jerks to their teacher, they were jerks to me, they were just jerks to each other. They're just jerks. I don't like them. And then I found out, and I'm really bummed about this because like that was a big part of my April coming up. They canceled the first Robotics World Championship, the first time in like the almost 30 years that the game's been going. And this was my year. This was the year they were gonna play the animation a whole bunch, the game animation that I voiced. It's sad because now people won't listen to it anymore. And I was supposed to work it is the biggest thing. I was supposed to work 2 weeks of it. Each of those weeks was going to be $2,000 in my pocket. Oh boy. Like that's the gut punch right there. Is like I was banking on that, man. I wasn't like not like in the sense of like someone named Mo with like big brass knuckles is waiting for me in May for that money. But like, I got a wedding coming up. Thanks, my mush. So that was a big like after 4 hours of teaching like idiot 7th graders, I like walk up to my desk and be like, haha, first is canceled. And it's like,
oh no.
And then you gotta go teach 4th graders in 30 minutes. All right, see you.
I had a busy day.
Yeah, talk about your day, my dear. Instead of eating s'mores.
Started out with a midterm.
Uh-huh.
That was only the beginning. For data structures and algorithms.
Mm-hmm.
That was just the beginning. Then, I drove over to where I was going to have my first interview of the day. Big day for me. I had an interview. I went there. I went to grab some lunch before the interview, right? Like, that's a smart move. Promptly locked my keys in my car.
Oh!
So I had to call the police to get my keys out of my car, which I did. They're very gracious. Had lunch, went to my first interview, did my first interview. That was like an hour and a half. Then I went home to let Bento out just in time for my second interview of the day.
Yeah.
Which was a phone call for 30 minutes. That went well too. After the phone call, immediately got in the car for my third interview of the day, which was another in-person interview at some other place. But boy, don't do 3 interviews in one day. I am tired, and I'm tired of talking about myself. I want this s'mores.
And you know what, Marissa? You know what, my dear?
What?
You've earned it, my dear.
Thank you.
Yay. But at least yours was a day of promise, right?
Yeah, no,
like
I felt really good about all the interviews. Like, I'm excited. Hopefully I get some good news, but...
I think you're going to get good news. Where do you see yourself in 10 years, Marissa? Just once. I'd like to ask, or I'd like someone to ask me, where do you see yourself in 50 years? I just like...
What?
Just like try to... I'm gonna, if I ever have to hire somebody, I'm going to ask them that and see where they go with it.
I actually didn't get that question today, like the where do you see yourself question.
It's kind of a cliche. I don't think a lot of people like doing it anymore. Hey, Killer Godzilla, how you doing? Where do you guys see yourself? Okay, actually, I'm kind of curious. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm talking to chat right now. All you out there. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
This is some riveting gameplay right now. Mm-hmm. It's just us eating s'mores.
Is some like legit like lo-fi
the rain.
Streaming.
Yeah. I hope that... Oh! Our house is on fire again!
Oh, Marissa, no! Ah!
Alright, it's fixed. Good thing I'm down here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. No, 5 years, Leolite, not 50 years. I was just kidding around with that one. Employed? That's the correct response. Catless, owning your own home, crafting all the things. Back in the Air Force, fair enough. More healthy. Yeah, same, I hope.
In 5 years, I'm going to be still playing Animal Crossing New Horizons.
That's terrifying to me. That was just Northern Lights? What, in this area at this time of the year? Localized to that particular space? Is that what's happening?
What?
It's a steamed hams reference.
Oh, what a reference.
That was in fire. That was the Northern Lights. You'll have good life. I'm glad to hear it. I'll be married to this person.
You want to try again?
I'll be married to this schmuck.
Got worse.
Got better. Nailed it. Everything's great. Don't know what you're talking about, Marissa. Everything's fantastic. Aw, I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah. 5 years are pretty much in Steven's position right now stuck. You think it will still be you're stuck now and say 5 years from now you're gonna be stuck? Never way with
5
words.
years is a long time.
5 years is a long time, guys. I was actually thinking of pulling an half mount and trying to build another portal today.
That'd be fun.
Uh-huh.
You have a diamond pickaxe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do I? Oh. Well, fuck me, I guess. I'm just going to build a roof.
I had enough diamond to make a diamond pickaxe and make that enchanting table.
We all knew what I was here to do today. It was to eat this
and
make the roof.
Yep, that's all we got. That's all we got today.
But you know what? It's going to be done.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to... That's it. It's going to be done.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's fair for you guys to say that, like, you don't think a lot's going to change in 5 years, because, like, imagine, or try to think back of what you were doing 5 years ago.
What were you doing 5 years ago?
5 years ago, I was living in Terre Haute, Indiana. I was just more or less starting streaming for Sirius's. I was mentoring a robotics team. I was alone. I didn't have any friends.
Aww.
I was going to Zeldathon.
You were away from your family.
I was away from my family. I was mentoring a robotics team, but, you know, it really wasn't doing a whole lot with that. And I was in a job that I wasn't really enjoying. So, yeah. Been making payments on a house, husband and military, both have jobs. There you go.
That was amazing. That was so good.
It's been about 4 years since high school. Well, your life still has changed in the past 5 years. In that you weren't in high school. Or you were in high school 5 years ago.
Let's see. 5 years ago, I was a sophomore in college.
We get it, you're young.
Fine, I guess I'm not invited to this conversation.
I love you. Please continue, I was just kidding.
Anyway. Let's see, hold on. Yeah, and I was gonna be a music teacher. That's it.
And that was like your life's plan.
That was the plan.
The achievable dream was that you were planning to be a teacher, and that was but that wasn't like your only plan, right?
No, I was gonna like teach for a few. I had a whole plan.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what? Play it out.
I was gonna teach for a few years, go back to grad school for conducting, get a master's in conducting, get a doctorate in conducting, become a university ensemble conductor.
Mm-hmm.
That was the plan.
You had a whole plan, and now what are you doing?
I'm a master's student in computer science.
Yep.
That's different.
That's very different, isn't it? It's just it's very intriguing to find like how much of your life could kind of divert from your original plan, and that it's okay for that to happen. And it's important to be flexible in that and understand that sometimes those things take time as well. Like, if you have this idea of something you want to do, but you're not there yet, it's okay to take the time you need to make that happen. You got to figure out how to make ends meet and how to make that life work in between that. But, like, it's okay to take the time to figure that out. And sometimes it's not always better than not, but it is what it is, right? You just got to kind of keep pushing along. Hello and welcome to Unsolicited Advice with Shadow Temple.
Yeah.
Woo!
You guys knew what you were signing up for.
You did. Was this really just gonna be Minecraft? Honestly, no. Did anybody think? And answer your question, Killer Godzilla. No, we don't just play Minecraft here. We actually play a variety of games. I am currently playing through Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We are playing. Well, we were supposed to be playing Kentucky Route Zero, but that kind of all fell apart. So, biggest next game is we're playing, Animal Crossing New Horizons, of course.
Hell yeah!
And Persona 5 Royal when that comes out at the end of the month.
Every time someone asks a question, I want to be, wow.
Did
he deserve that?
Yes, he did. He kept squiggling in my brain there. Yeah, he kept shouting. I didn't like it.
He just went, bleh.
Yeah, I don't like it. Stop it. What were you gonna say?
I don't even remember.
Okay.
Whenever someone asks a question, I always just, like, I'm very much in interview mode. So I want to be like, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Ponder it for a moment. Think about how I want to answer.
Yeah.
And then give a good answer.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's good. Hopefully.
That's hope.
Hopefully.
I don't know about that.
Ooh. This keeps going. Is there ever... I'm doing all right, Kevtrix. How are you doing today? Is there ever a point in your life where you look back to your past self and think, I feel like I don't know myself? Like present... Or I don't know present self, or I don't know past self? Because I don't know if I've felt like I don't know present self very well. Like I feel pretty present. Yeah. Like Marissa can attest to this. I'm a pretty in the moment person, right?
Yeah.
Like for the most part, I can live in the moment pretty well. That's not a very hard thing for me to do. I look back to my previous self very frequently and try to think of like where I was and what like mindset I was then. Because I'm a very different person than I was like 10 years ago.
Sometimes it's fun to think about like hopefully fun. It's to think about like what your past self would think about your present self.
Right.
Your peasant self is what I was gonna say.
Back when you were just another member of the just a peasant of the feudal lords. Oh boy. But there's nothing wrong with trying to figure out where your present self is. Like if you are having trouble kind of identifying yourself, there you go, Marissa.
What? Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
No recording with Half Mountain Night.
Okay.
It's one of those things, where like it's okay to be reflective upon yourself, right? And if you aren't,
you should be.
And you should reflect upon yourself. Self-reflection is an extremely important part of our life that we mistake, I think, for overanalysis sometimes. There's a very distinct difference between like self-critique and self-reflection, right? Like critique can come in a lot of forms. Like, for example, right now I feel pretty gross eating s'mores casserole when I should probably not.
Wow.
Just because I feel overweight and I want to lose weight, but I continue to eat it because I enjoy it a lot.
And I feel offended.
I'm swimming. Why? Because like I'm just talking about myself, my dear.
Because I made it.
Yeah, and it's delicious. There's nothing wrong with your input on this situation.
I put it in the oven and
took
it out.
And that's fine. You did great, my dear. It's a fantastic, delicious pile of sweet junk.
Yeah.
But like there in addition to just like being critical of oneself, it's important to look through and just see how you got to where you are now and what you need to do to get to where you need to be.
I can see your little name tag flying about.
Yeah, I can see yours too. Because we're at the same level, we're just in two very different places. Self-reflection is you are lonely. And then, to the point of which then is like, what have you done?
Or what can you do?
But I mean, first, like, reflecting upon what has brought you to that spot, It doesn't have to be very extremely hypercritical of oneself, but just, be honest with yourself. Doesn't have to be toxic honest, just honest.
Yeah, not like, I'm just gonna be honest so you can't be offended.
Yeah. I just think of, like, BoJack Horseman, like, blood in the cut, like, little drawings of, like, yeah, they think I'm gonna be fat, and then they're gonna hate me, and
yeah.
But just like sitting back and just taking a moment to reflect upon yourself and try to figure out how, with being honest, while not necessarily destroying yourself, of how you got there, and then also, of course, like what you need to do to get to where you need to be. And there's something to be said about like, ooh, smart goals and things like that. You got to make sure things are measurable and whatnot. I don't actually like SMART goals that very much.
SMART goals either.
But
don't tell the other teachers.
Don't tell the other
educators. I'm not doing this anymore.
But to like just give yourself some way to progress towards what you're looking for, right? It doesn't have to be this like, well, I'm going to lose 200 pounds and we're going to start tomorrow and like that's what's going to happen. Because that's obviously unfeasible. Like you're not gonna go in tomorrow and just like start running miles and fix everything that way, right?
It's all about forming habits. And habits are really hard to form.
They are. They're extremely hard to form. What are we doing in the cave? I'm just picking up stuff. Any and all stuff I can find. I'm just collecting.
They're best.
Yeah. You know what? That is an honest reflection. Yeah, honest and good reflection right there. So it does look like a good fishing lake. Catching some fish.
I'm getting more diorite.
Of course.
As I do.
As you do. Good old dirt. I'm digging straight down in Minecraft.
Don't do that.
Whee!
Everyone will get mad at you.
I'll call the Minecraft cops upon me.
Please don't unsub.
Please, I need the money.
Settle down.
What? First got canceled, Marissa.
I know.
It's a problem.
All right, I got some diorite. I have like 2 full stacks of it. And guess what? That's going to be gone in like seconds.
Right. But no, I was thinking like to the effect of like, I'm lonely, right? Well, like what steps can you take in advance? And I understand, like it's super tough to meet people and like be engaged in stuff because like we live in a society where it's so much nicer to just sit at home and not go out places and do things. I get it. I'm an introvert. I really am. It doesn't sound like it. This tone of voice definitely betrays my actual introvertedness. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
That I'm indeed an introvert?
Yes. I am too, but no one's really surprised about that.
No, not really.
I don't know. I don't think I come across as an extrovert. Maybe someone would disagree.
Mm.
But no, I just want to sit here, make a roof.
But like, but to that point, like joining a Twitch stream is a way to combat loneliness,
That's
right?
True.
Like these are we aren't quote unquote IRL friends, but like we do hang out. And being part of a community is a way to try to combat that loneliness, to be social with other folks on the internet.
That's why you streamed in the first place.
It really was, because when it came down to it, like I was living alone in Terre Haute, Indiana. I had no friends out there. I had no like family nearby. I had no connection to the area at all. And I didn't want to do anything in the area because it was really just hick town.
That's mean.
If you didn't want to drink beer or like go mudding.
Are you saying that doesn't sound fun?
No, I don't like beer, Marissa.
I know.
I don't like beer. But like I also don't like mudding. Which for those uninitiated, yeah, those uninitiated with the concept of mudding, essentially what you do is you take a car or mostly a truck and then you drive it in mud.
Whoa!
And you drink beer before you do
There's
it.
mud.
Mudding. And so, yeah, I started streaming because, like, I did the Zeldathon thing, and it's fun to make friends at Zeldathon, but I think one thing people lose track of, like, oh, you're so lucky you get to go to Zeldathon, and, like, you get to meet people and become friends with people. You get to see those people at once every 6 months. Let's be honest, right?
Yeah.
Like, for the vast majority of attendees and the friends that you make at Zeldathon, you only meet a handful, or you only get to see a handful very, very, very infrequently. And so, like, you got to find other ways to connect. Like, for sure. And that can, in which case, yeah, finding communities online is not a bad idea. Because you can connect with those people regardless of where you're at, like, how much you're dressed.
Excuse me?
What? No, don't worry about it.
Why was that the... Okay.
Okay, relate with this with me, Marissa, in the sense of, like, would you rather right now be dressed, like, semi-formally, like, going out to a bar to hang out with people, or would you be rather wearing my hairy, like, I don't know, what is that stain on the front of it? I can't even tell. Like, oversized Magfest hoodie,
I'm taking it off.
sitting here, Playing video games. Like, what would make you more comfortable right now?
Well, now I'm just deeply uncomfortable in general.
Hey, you chose to wear one of my dirty ass hoodies, all right?
It's clean.
It was maybe at one point.
It's clean.
You sure about that?
I washed it.
Spooky. To answer your question though, Eli, because I saw that earlier and I want to go back to it. 2 questions that you had. The first one, or the latest one. So you feel drained after hanging out in a Zeldathon crowd after a while? Absolutely.
Oh my god.
Marissa knows this so well.
Absolutely.
Ah! Sorry, I fell a very great distance. It hurt a lot. No, I very much burn out quick.
And that's not to say that anyone around in Zeldathon is like unpleasant to be around.
No,
it just
they're
means
fine.
that like that's what happens.
Zeldathon is fine and great, and I love them all. But like, I do not gain energy from being around other people at Zeldathon. Oh,
how are you gonna get back?
I can get this. This is the same like underground mines that we've dealt with before, right?
Okay.
Not because of the high energy. Actually, Marissa can also attest to this. When I'm on camera, I actually feed off that energy. Like my persona as the Twitch streamer Shado has boundless energy when it comes to streaming and stuff. Like I love that stuff. But the instant that I stop streaming and I like just hang out with people, that's when things get bad for me. That's when I lose my energy and lose like my ability to just like stick with things.
That's fair.
Like you've seen that, right? Like when I could be on donation station for 8 hours and be like, "Yep, welcome to hour 12, guys. Here we go."
I'll be like, "Why are you doing this?"
I'll get a Discord message of, "Why won't you go? Why won't you come to bed?"
Oh no!
Sad face.
My pickaxe. Is that no? I'll just come up to you in real life and do that.
Yeah, you're right. There's a creeper! Oh my god!
There's danger in there.
No! I didn't realize my health was so low.
No!
Oh god.
Do you need assistance?
No, I'm good. As well.
Getting your stuff back.
Yeah, it's true. I got a backup chest plate. Oh, it sucks.
I have some iron. I just took some to make a pickaxe.
Yeah, why don't you come with me, my dear? I might need some assistance. We have 4 diamonds actually. You could make some fun stuff. I honestly thought I could tank that creeper hit well enough to kill like a bunch of the baby zombies and stuff. That's why I like just sat there for a second. But I forgot that I never healed up from all that damage.
All right, where do I go? Where are we going?
Come on down, my dear. Let's go pick some stuff up. But no, I actively lose energy as I'm trying to be like outgoing at things. Like that is a part of me, unfortunately. And it's okay. Like it's okay to not gain energy from like you know, outings with other people. It's totally okay.
Gosh, I fell.
That's okay. Just keep working your way towards the place with the stuff.
Where?
I don't know. I'm lost too.
What?
Don't worry about it. We'll eventually find our way. It's unfortunate for me because like my gig is to try and be outgoing and like do things in order to continue to get jobs and stuff. Close the door behind you. But you know, for the average person, that's totally okay. I think that the biggest thing to note though, that is like, especially being an introvert, like embrace the fact that, you know, you will need some time off, but don't let that prevent you from trying to go out there and do stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like take that opportunity to do stuff with people and then be okay with having an escape that you can like relay out of after a while. There's some dirt over here. Is it going in the new place? No, it's mostly just interacting with people and trying to put on a face. Personas as you do. That's right, you tested positive for the coronavirus, but you're getting out of the Cali hospital as soon as possible. Hey, there you go. Congratulations. This way. There are a lot of spooky noises,
I'm
my dear.
scared.
I want to say it was this way. Dare Marissa to push Marissa off a cliff in a ravine? I think I did kill a vast majority of the baddies in here.
Oh, there's all your stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they were dead. I killed them with that explosion, but that was an intense explosion.
There's still a lot more stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get some more stuff here. There we go. All right, I got all my stuff. Thank you, my dear. Thank you for keeping track.
You're welcome. Let's see if I can make it home.
I'm gonna slowly reform my life. How's that different from Zeldathon? Yeah, so that's a strange thing too. Like, after I'm done being in Zeldathon, like being on camera and stuff, I will drop. Like I'll drain out pretty quick. But like as long as I'm on camera and I can keep like being in that persona,
it's a matter of inertia.
It is totally a matter of inertia. And like being on that camera where there's usually some other energy that helps with that. Like other people are also excited to be there, and you can feed off that energy really well. Or at least I can. But for like in general, like going to a party or like doing things of that nature, I have a lot more trouble like trying to keep track of that and like keeping up with everything else going on. And that just happens. And it's okay. It's really okay. No, it's fine. It's fine, Duel. And that for what it's worth, that persona took like almost 10 years to like build, okay? It wasn't like that happened suddenly overnight. Like, I was quiet, which you would be very surprised by the way that I talk now, I'm sure, right? Like, when have you ever thought about Shado and quiet in the same sentence? But
I found the ferns.
You found the ferns.
Yes!
You'll make your way back then. It'll be great.
I found it. I can't believe I made it back by myself. This is
You did
great.
it, my dear. Going from social shadow to stream shadow is shocking. Yeah, right? They are two very different people.
It's true.
And I think it's mostly because I try to be a little bit more true to myself when I'm on social, when I'm like just trying to be social. But that usually involves me being a lot quieter.
Oh my gosh, you don't even talk.
No, I really don't. But I have a streaming voice. I have an entertaining voice. That's what I do. Oh, fuck. There's an ender down here.
Oh, no.
Not looking. I'm not
like
touching
that.
it. No, nuh-uh. Can we do a split screen so we can see Marissa too? Someday.
That would be hard.
It wouldn't be that hard, actually.
Well, I'm glad, because I don't know how I would do it.
You would just have to be full screen, and then I would just capture card. I could use my capture card to capture your stuff, because we have an HDMI.
Oh, wow, there's
card.
a lot of evil things outside.
Yeah, don't touch. How did I meet Jess and Afmo? I've actually never met Jess/Afmo in my life. Not once. Not a singular time. I got involved with the Afmo stuff based with Mac and Cheese Please, who I met at a bar at TwitchCon.
That's not how you met.
Yeah.
At the beginning, really?
Yeah, that's
Really?
genuinely how I met Mac and Cheese
No
Please.
way. I thought you were on the team first.
No, I was like, well, maybe we literally were on the team together first, but like, I met her for realsies on
Wow.
at a bar at TwitchCon 2017.
The more you know. Oh,
Ooh. Hold on.
that was scary. You have a fancy sword.
I do. You can use our enchanting table. It's
I
there.
forgot.
I have a lapis lazuli if you need it. But I met her like at or midnight at a TwitchCon bar, and we all, like a whole bunch of streamers and she and I left at at closing time. We closed that bar out.
Ah!
Marissa,
I'm sorry, there was a zombie on a roof.
get the red zombie on the
I did not
roof.
expect it. How did it get up here?
I was not around for much of the shenaniganry of what you guys did. I don't think. Like, I ate dinner with you guys a lot, but I ended up dropping out and doing a lot of other stuff. And, like, that's an example of, like, me having to combine my two, like, worlds of, like, social Shadow Temple and stream Shadow Temple, where I will, like, I can survive for about 2-3 hours. And I have some stamina to do that stuff, but I burn out pretty quick. Not as quick as...
Oh, God!
Marissa's even more introverted than I am, and so she burns out a little bit faster. Go to bed.
I can't. You're out.
I'm out. Oh, man.
That was from your computer.
That was from my computer.
Those are the phantoms.
I don't like these crossings.
Hold on. I'm going to bed.
Hope I didn't spend money on Leaf tickets. Anyway, the big thing, or the long story short of it, though, is I met Mac and Cheese Please at TwitchCon 2017, and we just became stream buddies. And years later, fast forward to like 2019, she was like, "Hey, I'm working for this Minecraft YouTuber, and she does like voice acting stuff, or she needs voice acting stuff." And I suggested you, and all you have to do is like put an audition out for a character, and I was like, "Great," and I did it, and then they hired me, and I've been a voice actor for them ever since.
Can you bring some string home?
I have one string.
That's all I need.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, sure, great. You cannot sleep while the phantom's around?
You can, if they're far enough above you.
Oh, right.
I'm sleeping. But you're not here.
Sorry, I won't be up there for a little bit yet.
I really just need a string. Think I could find a spider to kill?
Probably, if you don't get killed by the phantoms.
Oh, they're out there. I don't like it.
Oh, boy.
That's the sound of them diving bombing.
Diving bombing. The diving bombing. Get a little bit of red. I feel like we don't really have any redstone.
Really?
Yeah. Weirdly, right? Like, why wouldn't we have some?
We don't have any redstone.
We have 0 redstone, so I'm trying to make it my goal to pick up more redstone as I see it.
Gosh, I keep getting my inventories mixed up between this game and the game that I randomly play on that server.
I'm sure, yeah.
Because I have a lot of redstone. Just a lot of stuff that we don't have here.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think. Oh, and Leolite, you had another question. Hold on. The other question you had was... What's easier, confirming your identity or figuring out your future? What do you think, my dear?
Haha, the phantom got stuck in our roof.
Ha! Taste McMansion, dick.
It's kind of hard to say, and I don't know if I can answer that question.
Because you're still kind of feeling out yourself right now.
Yeah, because I'm definitely the type of person that very closely relates their identity to their work.
Yeah.
So,
which I think you're starting to kind of work against a little bit.
Yeah.
You're starting to kind of back that up because it's not great.
It's not.
As you discovered, it's not a good way to go about stuff.
Look at him.
Oh, he's having a bad time and he's on fire. Anyway, I find it's, for me actually, I do find it's easier to try to keep working towards a new future. Typically, just because I really like working on future stuff.
I'm on fire!
And I don't like working on past stuff. All right, see you, Ketrix. Have yourself a good night. All right, I'm mapping this out, Marissa. Bit by bit, I'm getting closer. And I got two string now.
Oh, good. Our roof is a mess.
Yeah, I know. What were you talking about?
But it's gonna be like Art Deco at this point.
Yeah, I'm just like thinking back to how much Jesus. Sorry, I almost got squished by gravel.
Oh no.
I was just thinking back to how much my life has changed since I like started doing streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I was not a social kid. I really wasn't.
Your mom is always surprised when we talk about it.
I think robotics did that a little bit to me, but then like, especially Zeldathon and streaming. Because I grew up to be like, at least outwardly, a bit of a social butterfly by comparison. I'm not saying I'm a social butterfly, but like, I can pretend to be one these days pretty well. Not gonna lie.
I can. You know what though? I kind of thrive in the professional space.
You do. And you know what else though I will say?
What?
I think you've actually become a little bit more outgoing as a result of you working at escape room stuff.
Yeah. I can see that.
Like doing the escape room stuff has kind of allowed you to kind of really embrace like acting beyond just yourself.
Sure.
And that streaming does that to you. It genuinely does. Like it or not, you spend enough time streaming, you will form like an alternate identity. That sounds kind of weird and kind of like what's the word I'm looking for?
Disingenuous.
It does, I guess, but the fact of the matter is it's not a bad thing. It really isn't. In fact, it's a great thing to like have the opportunity to grow in a new way that you wouldn't do otherwise. Like, actually, that's one thing I run into quite frequently when new streamers ask me what they should do. They're like, or like I'll ask them like, what's their personality? What's the kind of their game? What's their play? And they're like, well, I really want to be authentic. I want to be real. And it's like, what does that mean? What does it mean to be real when it comes to streaming, right? Ah, Jesus!
Oh my
Holy
God. That was scary.
Ah! Talk about being existential. Oh, yay. That was not cool, man. Oh, boy. Oh, I need some bread. Fell from the sky, man. From the sky. That's not good, Sleuth Sloth, but I'm glad to hear that you are home and you are safe now. Because it can be spooky. That got just a little too real there, man.
That was scary. And I wasn't even there.
No. Hey, Connie. How you doing? Anyway, I was just saying more to the fact that, like, it's okay to break out of just you as a streamer or as a person even. It's okay to try on other hats. Diamond! What a
look at you.
What a series of like roller coaster of emotions here to develop to this particular spot.
Ah, frick. I just need 2 more slabs.
Yeah.
2. And then the outline of the roof is complete.
Uh-huh. God, this is good diamond, Marissa.
Woo!
Look
Good
at this.
You. Look at that. We're rich.
We're rich.
Proud of you.
Thank you. And thank you, Black Sparrow, for hosting. Sorry we can't use the tickets tomorrow. By the way, folks, programming note, I will be around to stream tomorrow. Oops.
I'm so stupid.
Oops. Our bad. Yeah, Marissa's working. We kind of forgot about that part. Oh, there's gold up there.
Ooh.
I didn't like that sound, though. I'm sure.
Still go.
I don't know. There's a lot going on. I'm sure Black Sparrow could actually attest to this as well, of like just being willing to kind of throw yourself into a new role that you may not otherwise always be comfortable with. I'm sure you run into that all the time. Saying different songs is the equivalent of voice acting? Certainly. Absolutely. Especially doing like Twitch things where you're essentially putting on the hats of various other singers, right?
Don't flatter yourself.
What? What do you mean?
I'm just kidding.
I'm talking about like if you're really doing that stuff, like you are like those aren't original songs, right?
Yeah.
You're doing you're like putting on you're playing into the role of another human being. Okay. Sorry, I hear a lot of spiders. Just a lot of spiders. Trying to be good about lighting everything as I go. And getting all this gold.
Yeah.
Get it. Get it. Oh boy.
Sounds like danger.
Sealing off, I love sealing them off like this because then I can just look through like the gaps on this.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do right now. You're trying to become an officer. It's not necessarily what I'm comfortable with, but you tend to be good at managing people, getting stuff done. Yeah. Fair enough. Utilize those talents and skills. Hopefully Aragog's not nearby. That would be terrifying.
I need more diorite again.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, hope you guys have been enjoying Shadow Temple's unsolicited advice hour.
This roof is so ridiculous that I'm getting lost in it.
Marissa, no, my diamond pickaxe. Why?
Oh, no, why'd you throw it?
Because I was trying to clear stuff out of my inventory and I forgot. Follow the spiders.
I'm lost in the roof.
Marissa. What version of Minecraft are we playing? We're playing just 1.15.2 is what we're doing. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed Shadow Temple's unsolicited advice hour.
That's gotta happen at least once a stream.
If you want solicited advice, I don't know. Sure, great.
Post on r/Twitch and then he'll probably respond.
More often than not. Did you see Mrs. Doubtfire's getting a musical version? What? How are they gonna do that without the Robin Williams? That's not allowed. You're not allowed to do anything with Mrs. Doubtfire without him. Like, okay, maybe you are, but like it's gonna be hard.
I guess you could.
Well, thank you, Black Sparrow. I appreciate that. That my ramblings make some sort of sense. There's a charge for solicited advice. 100 bits. The doctor is in. Got like the Lucy like little cardboard box stand. There's something bubbling around here, and I don't know what it is. But people are here. There's something spooky going on. And I need to find out where it is. Where is it, though? You guys hear it all, right?
What, all the danger?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, can't miss it.
Yes,
that's
what I'm saying. It does make it solicited advice. Thank you for the 100 bits, by the way.
How can we help you?
How can we help you in your time of need? Well, it's whatever. Something just took damage, so maybe it is above me. That makes sense. I don't like things above me, though.
It's scary.
Oh, yeah. Yep, it's above me. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do?
No.
I'm gonna go up, but I'm gonna dig like a staircase of my own, like, willing here. No, it's there too! Oh, boy.
Scary.
Yeah, this is Lucy's 5-cent doctor stand, but it's 2020, so 5 cents is now 100 bits.
Inflation and all.
Sorry, inflation, yeah. Ah, zombie!
Oh, scary zombie. Golden zombie.
I think I found a spawner.
I think you did too.
Yep, absolutely. But you know what? I got some gold boots out of it.
Ooh.
That I can't pick up because I don't have the space.
Well, darn.
Okay, so I gotta dig a little bit further. And then I can investigate this further.
Oh, God.
What, my dear?
Afraid of falling.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm doing the whole like, I'm doing the dang stupid. What's it called? The Prometheus school of running away from things. Where like I keep digging further along this particular mine shaft as opposed to, like digging across or like crosswise on it and then going up. Ooh, I run.
You run.
Give me that iron. So yeah, guys, we will be streaming tomorrow and probably something Saturday too. I don't know. What's your work schedule like on Saturday, Marissa?
I work.
Cool. We should probably clean up the house a little bit sometime, huh? Just trying to think of how my weekend's gonna go. I can see your name right there. Look at that.
There I go.
Hopping up you go. 1 week until Animal Crossing drops. It's true.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to tell her. She knows.
I can't.
She knows.
I'm consuming Animal Crossing content until my brain melts.
Uh-huh.
It's great.
Yeah.
And then I'm forcing Shado to consume Animal Crossing content too.
There are two paths side by... Ah! There are two of these tunnels side by side, Marissa. It didn't work.
Oopsie.
Oopsie doopsie.
Hey, how about that string though?
I'm gonna work on it. First, I'm trying to figure out how to get through this nightmare. One step at a time, my dear. One step at a time.
But I want a painting.
Uh-huh. Well, I want to live.
Well, what's more important here?
Living! Oh my god, look at all these zombies.
There's a lot of them. The nice thing about zombies, though, is that they can't get through a one block space.
That's why I'm just kind of digging a little, like, port window here.
So
like
you can arrange a 1 block space where you can just kill them all.
Like a viewing port here.
Yeah. Then you're golden.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I left another space open. There. Sealed off. Can't get to me. Haha. Grab my dirt back, though. Dirt's really handy. Get rid of gravel. Get that gravel out of there. I need my dirt. Dirt's the most powerful being on this universe.
I got string, so I don't need you anymore.
Well, I guess I'll just go die.
Cue sad music.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys doing anything fun this weekend? Is 13 lucky or unlucky? Do you have any of that, Marissa? Like 13...
I just treat it like a regular day.
I was born on a Friday the 13th, so like, it's fine. Can I slice you? I can.
Haha!
Sadly, it was a request from the boss. Oh man, never any fun. Come on, Mr. Zombie, you see me, you know I'm here. Get me, Mr. Zombie! I just put down a block of iron ore.
There it is. Why, though?
By accident. Well, that works, I guess. There we go. Apparently 13 equals Kingdom Hearts. That's true. That is a popular connecting thread, I suppose.
Hey, do you have any coal?
Yes.
Great.
I'm literally also digging more coal.
Please bring that home.
There's a lot of coal I can have. Which Sonic character voice can I do the most? Froggy? Froggy? No, you know what? It's Sonic Adventure or Dr. Robotnik. No! I can't believe this!
Yeah!
God, I listened to that so many times I was getting beat up. By Dr. Robotnik. Get a load of this! Get a load of this! No! I had a good time with that. That was a fun time. We should play Sonic Adventure 2 sometime. That'd be fun.
Yeah! Oh my god! Really? I've been waiting for this day.
I know.
Hell yeah! I'll play the Chow Garden.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. I have no interest.
Why?
Cause I played the Chow Garden a little bit last time in Sonic Adventure 1, and you know what? Wasn't a fan. Didn't enjoy myself very much.
Wow.
I'm gonna throw it out there.
I'm offended.
You know, I think I am where I am, Marissa.
No.
Remember that place with all the zombies last time we were in there together? And like the cave spiders and all that?
Yeah.
I think this is the place.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. You can see it right there, right?
Uh-huh.
Take a look. Can I dig up there? Probably.
Careful.
There.
Haha, they won't
Zombie cannot defeat that. It really can't.
You're right, though.
Poor buddy.
No.
He'll figure it out someday, but today is not that day. I'll put a block there too. Just keep myself safe. I'm gonna do same thing I did before. I'm just gonna dig myself my own staircase to this place, so I don't have to worry about it. Because I want to see if there's anything else up in this moth-covered place. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Scary in there.
There. Adventure. I did play Sonic Adventure on Steam, and that was fine. I don't know. I know that it took that was a long, convoluted path to get there, but like, was the original Dreamcast version of Sonic Adventure really better than the present version on Steam?
I played both on the GameCube.
I legit played Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. And I was so excited for it. Because my cousins, you know the ones, had a Dreamcast.
Your cousins.
Mm-hmm.
You have so many of them.
The ones that I was like really into at the time, right?
Yeah.
They had an honest goodness Sonic or Sega Dreamcast, and I thought that was the goddamn future of video games at the time. Like, it was the coolest thing in the world. There was a CD. You put CDs into the thing.
Whoa, radical.
Like, I had a Nintendo 64. That was it. That's all I had. It was Cartridge City. That's all you had. All you did.
Not cool.
I mean, it was fine, but the future was discs, man. The controller was a friggin' box. The load times were atrocious because you just had to listen to this thing whir up. And man, did it whir. It whirred with the best of them, man. Like worse than PS2 whirring. You just sit there and you're just like, yep, I'm gonna play a game eventually. How about you? But like, that was the future. And like walking around in like a fully like fleshed out city for the time.
Yeah, like quotation marks on city.
Like looking back, obviously it was a pretty horrible thing by today's standards. But back then, that was super cool, man. Marissa. Enchanted golden apple.
Ooh.
Iron horse armor.
Fancy.
I just gotta figure out what to drop. Don't need andesite. We don't need... No, don't pick it up again. I'll throw it in the lava. Hold on. No!
What did you throw in there?
My diamond pickaxe!
What? Why?
I don't know!
Oh my God! What is wrong with you?
I just throw things. Oh, that sucked. I gotta stop. I gotta never hit the Q button ever again. You know what, though? I have 7 diamond. I'm feeling it.
Yeah. You know who's supposed to get one next?
Yeah, you can make one for yourself right now. There's enough diamond in the box right now to make one. You could do it if you wanted.
Now I do, just out of principle.
Yeah, why not? To that end, I'm actually gonna make myself a one down here. Because I want it back. Even though it's utterly terrifying down here. Inventory management in a pit, and then optionally add lava. You're right. You're right. Because that wasn't even the first time I threw my diamond pickaxe today.
No, it's not. That's the problem.
There we go.
Gosh. I just
Nah.
jumped off the roof.
I don't get burned by lava very often because I'm pretty good about like keeping my own distance. I just sometimes hit buttons that I'm not supposed to.
Like throwing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Here you go, Marissa. I now have officially 22 string.
Wow. Okay.
That'll help, right?
I don't need any more, but yeah.
What? Oh. I tried though.
I appreciate that.
Let's make some more of these. Mom, I'm famous for saying yes.
All right, when you get home, you're not allowed to look at the roof.
Not allowed to look at the roof. Why?
It's not done yet.
Okay. It's gonna be okay, Marissa. It's gonna be all right. I'm not sure. Do I want the horse armor? I guess I want the horse armor. Sure, why not? Just gotta figure something to keep up with this this like trade of equivalency here. I guess I don't really need the bone. Well, I don't need a stone sword.
No.
Famous last words.
You're fine.
You can't craft horse armor? Oh, I didn't realize. I've never actually looked. I think there's so many zombies in here that they can't craft, they can't make anymore.
Haha!
There. Sealed off. I've done it, Marissa. I've finally done it. I've conquered our fear. Listen to that, though.
Scary.
I've not actually conquered my own fear. My fear is very much increasing. Because there's a lot of danger downstairs. Wait, let's just break this, right? In what world would we want a zombie spawner?
We don't.
There. Do I want a mossy cobblestone?
Maybe.
Whoa. That's only set aflame.
That's on fire.
Mm-hmm. I'll see if I can get some. Let's get this moss. Get that moss. Look at all these zombies trying to get to me.
Losers.
All I want to do is eat your brains. You've heard that song, right?
No.
No? I gotta go play.
Everyone stop.
Ari, your brains. Wow, I have not thought of Jonathan Colton in a very long time. Holy crap. What is Jonathan Colton doing these days? I wonder. Like, look at this. I looked up this song 13 years ago.
Hey, Tom, it's Bob from the office down the hall. It's good to see you, buddy. How have you been? Things have been okay for me, except that I'm a zombie now. I really wish you'd let us in. I think I speak for all of us when I say I understand why you folks might hesitate to submit to our demands. But here's an FYI, you're all gonna die screaming. All we wanna do is eat your brains. We're not unreasonable, I mean no one's gonna eat your eyes.
All we want to do is eat your brains.
We're at an impasse here. Maybe we should compromise.
It's nice. We open up the door. We all come inside and eat your brains. What a compromise.
I don't want to nitpick, Tom, but is this really your plan? Spend your whole life locked inside a mall.
Hey, Skeevy, bro, how you doing?
Someday you'll be out of food and guns, and you'll have to make the call. I'm not surprised to see you haven't thought it through enough. You never had the head for all that bigger picture stuff. But Tom, that's what I do, and I plan on eating you slowly.
It was a simpler time, 2005.
I mean, no one's gonna eat your eyes.
All we want to do is eat your brains.
We're at an impasse here.
Maybe we should compromise.
You open up
The door. We all come inside and eat your brains.
I'd like to help you, Tom, in any way I can. I sure appreciate the way you're working with me. I'm not a monster, Tom. Well, technically I
am. I guess I am. Oops. My bad. I guess I guess the tech kind of, yeah. Brains? Brains, please? Please, brains?
Ah!
Okay?
No torches.
Oh, Marissa, be careful.
got another meeting, Tom. Maybe we could wrap it up.
You know.
No, we'll get to common ground somehow. Meanwhile, I'll report back to my colleagues who were chewing on the doors. I guess we'll table this for now. I'm glad to see you take constructive criticism well. Thank you for your time. I know we're all busy as hell. And we'll put this thing to bed when I bash your head open.
All we want to do is eat your brains.
We're not unreasonable. I mean, no one's gonna eat your eyes.
All we want to do is eat your brains.
We're at an impasse here. Maybe we should compromise. Open up the door. We all come inside and eat your brains.
Man, remember when like the mid 2000s was just mostly concerned about the monotony of like office life? Like that was the scariest part of our world.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just wow.
They're so naive, so innocent. What a wonderful world. You love that song now? Yeah, it was Jonathan Coulton, the same guy who wrote Still Alive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for Portal.
Cool.
And the second song, whose name currently escapes me.